Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you on our session this morning. As you may be aware, we are having 3 sessions every day on this same YouTube channel and Zoom link. And all these sessions are for new seekers who wish to understand more about Sahaja Yoga, to learn what are the basics, what is exactly Sahaja Yoga, how is it different, and uh, how do I benefit from it. So some of these questions we try to answer. And of course, we go for a self-realization experience right now online in this session. And towards the end, if you have any questions or if you want to speak with us, you can do so by joining the Zoom link or leaving the questions in the YouTube chat. All these sessions daily are, in fact, in Hindi. Only one session on Sunday morning we have in English language for seekers who requested to understand in English. And today we'll use, in fact, some slides that are focused more towards the young generation because it's become very obvious and very critical that the young take to spirituality, meditation, and Sahaja Yoga to get out of the troubles that they are surrounded with. So today, the seekers who do not understand English, I would apologize and request you to attend the other ones as they might be more helpful. Apart from these 3 sessions, we have one more session ongoing every day. That is at 5:30 p.m. And one can join that after they have understood the basics and want to go deeper into meditation. There are some links given in the YouTube chat. Some of them are about the centers of Sahaja Yoga all around the world. We can click on the link and figure out centers nearby ones and go and attend those. They're all free of cost. Also, there's a link given for the WhatsApp channel, which you can click on and join our group to learn more about how to practice meditation daily. There's a YouTube channel, the one which you are attending at, has many small videos as well. There's a link to another YouTube channel. Um, the small videos help you understand how to practice Sahaja. And there's a YouTube channel with Shree Mataji's lectures, which can help you to learn more about Sahaja. So there are all these available for us. I would request you to take advantage and spread the word. So without any further introductions, let's start with the session today. Sahaja Yoga meditation. What is the proposition here? We're talking about de-stressing yourself, balancing yourself, and bringing on a total well-being through Sahaja Yoga. This is about a holistic well-being, as we can see. It's not just about, oh, mentally, I've got some peace. That is maybe one aspect, maybe temporary. But the root causes are all inside. And all of them need to be addressed and brought right to bring ourselves, our lives back into balance and get rid of the stress and tension all around. So that happens by a complete inner transformation. It cannot be that the tree is treated just from the leaves. You have to go to the roots, and that is true about ourselves. Unfortunately, we do not know about our roots, and we do not know what is inside, what is spirituality, what is to be done in the name of spirituality, what is to be achieved, and what should happen to me in spirituality. This is all lost to us, even though this is our great heritage of this great country of India, where so many great saints and sages have come and talked about this. In modern times, the young people are under immense pressure. It is an easily acceptable statement, and there is a very, very aggressive environment all around. The young people know it, the parents know it, and it is a crazy environment being built all around, which is pushing them towards imbalances, towards taking to wrong things, and is a cause of great concern to the people so-called in charge of the society today. So the young have their minds full of worry. Of course, if you are in school as of yet, you might be worried about how you perform in your exams and all. And then if you have to get into competitive exams, of course, there's an added pressure. If you've come into colleges, you're worried about, what jobs you'll get, what my friends are doing, what career I should choose. And, then if you get into those jobs, it's about success. How much am I earning? How much are others earning? And this mad race is going on and on. People are working very hard. This is I mean, this should be easily acceptable. It's not generally in the corporate world today, but people are working a lot, and it is adding to all the imbalances in their lives. Of course, family and what their family thinks of me, and neighbors and their families, and just go on and on about this, how people are perceiving you. And for that, keeping up with that perception, you end up losing out a lot. Of course, there are other aspects of how do I look, how do people, and look at me, and the opposite sex, what they think of me, and all of that is another stream that is all the time going on in young people, and it's just not easy for them to manage all of this hodgepodge in their brains. All of this, in many people, it results in lack of self-confidence. Sometimes people are so futuristic, they start losing memory also. Young people you have seen become less attentive, restless, and not really enjoying their lives. When the older people talk to them, and there's a big gap, they're not really there. So they're becoming impatient and irritable with all of this all around. There are many effects of stress. If we are in our teens and 20s, we may not be seeing that effect right now. But what happens is that it becomes a sort of a habit. And as you grow up and up, you are in that habit of taking those tensions and stresses, and you want to achieve this, and you want to go there and just prove to the world, and all of this madness keeps adding up, and suddenly you realize you've got a very big disease in your body. Today, many doctors, people go to doctors with any small thing, also, they talk about stress or lifestyle or something like that. So everybody started understanding that, yes, this is very much correlated. When Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi, whose photograph you can see right behind me, started Sahaja in the 1970s, uh, she gave many lectures talking about this correlation very pinpointedly. And a particular type of our lifestyle leads to this sort of disease and all of that, because we are governed inside by our chakras, which have specific qualities and things like that. They get affected by these things, and thus we have these problems. So, anxiety, tension, loss of sleep. Loss of sleep has become very, very common, where many people are taking pills every day for it. Easily, most easily cured by Sahaj Yoga. Aggression, OCD, heavy smoking, drinking. One that is not mentioned here is drugs. And this is coming very, very early today. A great cause of concern for all of us. And this is coming majorly because people have to work hard and party hard, as they say. Because you go all out crazy working for 5, 6 days, then you just have to forget all of it. Thus, you take to things may help you escape. Also, it comes because of my friends are doing it. And drugs is, of course, we know one of the worst that has hit us, and the most dangerous one that is really taking up our young children today. Of course, medical illnesses, very few are listed here. We may be knowing of so many more that are caused by stress, and doctors just do not know the correlation yet properly of many, many more. Um, because we are one holistic being, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, all of that is connected. And understanding that unless we do that, we do not get to the root causes. Unfortunately, medical science has progressed a lot, but really not reached that point up until now. One other dangerous aspect of today's modern life on the young is of depression, and it's becoming more and more common to hear this word, even from school going kids. And again, a great cause of worry. And this should definitely not happen. Uh, it's just the environment, or um, it's that we have forgotten our roots. Some of this can easily be cured by getting into meditation, and most of it can be cured, I guess. But it's the young who need to take to it, who need to take to Sahaj Yoga and get a better life. So we are told that stop stressing and start living. Many people come and consult and people are expected that we'll just stop stressing because hey, it doesn't matter. The life is going on, and we just need to live our life freely as we want. But it just doesn't happen that way. As soon as you step out, you look at something, you hear of someone doing something, you again think, oh, you know, I'm no good, I should be doing this. All of that comes back because we are living in this world, not taken sannyasa and gone to the hills and forest, and there you can just be relaxed about everything because I've given up everything, so I'm no more stressed. That is also an escape. So we have to live in this world and be balanced and not take stress and enjoy the life. That is what we have to achieve, and that is the goal. So many people try to take to things that may help them temporarily. Even exercising, people say sometimes, because your mind stops thinking. You are focused on something physical. So that's how people think that it relaxes. But in fact, it adds fuel to the fire, because in a way, you're already working too much on one part of your body, which we call as the Pingla Nadi. It is the right channel. So when you do too much in thinking, working in offices and all of that, you're already too much on the sun channel. When you do physical exercises also, you burn it up much more. So there's a complete imbalance that gets built up in time. We've heard of many successful CEOs and people leading great, perfect lives and very successful in their careers, and so-called such people get heart attacks because there's a balancing act in our body. And we're just perplexed hearing the news. How can this be? Because we are further pushing ourselves to more extremes and imbalances. Of course, things like classical music and dance do help because they bring us to the left a little bit to the balance, and they are of very, very high nature. They have been discovered by realized souls, but still, it's a temporary solution to ourself. It is not something that can give us the permanent resolution to this problem that we have. And that is how people turn to spirituality and meditation. That is where the answer lies. And that is why we should all take to spirituality. Okay, understood. I take to spirituality and meditation. But what is meditation really? Many people come to Sahaj Yoga and many people talk to us and they say, I try to meditate, but I just can't meditate. What am I supposed to do? Am I supposed to just become blank in my thoughts? Because that doesn't happen. Am I just supposed to concentrate maybe here or on some light or something like that? That too is not meditation. Some people say that chanting some mantras or doing some breathing exercises, pranayam, etc., is that meditation. That too, unfortunately, is not meditation. So, what is meditation? Meditation is something that happens on its own. It's a state that we come in. It is not something that you do. That again becomes a very difficult statement to understand, but we'll get there very, very soon. So, first of all, meditation is about being in the present. We're all the time thinking. If you realize, even sitting here listening to this session, you are thinking about something because that is how we are built. We are either thinking of something that has already happened, something in the past. Oh, I should have done this. I wish I had done that. Maybe years ago, or of your forefathers, one would go to think of and weep about it and think about it. Or maybe in the future, I'll do this, I'll plan that. And even tomorrow, or something like that. So one or the other thought is all the time going on. We are jumping on the cusps of these thoughts. One thought rises, it drops, another rises. So we jump from peak to another and we don't even realize that the thought has shifted to the new one. It's a constant process and there's no respite, there's no stopping these thoughts. Even while sleeping, you're thinking in dreams. That is how sometimes people who think a lot and get in that habit just want this to stop. But it happens such in meditation that these thoughts stop, you get a pause, and Vilam, that's where you get your peace of mind, and that's where the growth happens. So this is the state that we achieve in meditation of thoughtless awareness. As you can see, is mentioned here. Thoughtless means there are no thoughts, but you are aware. So you're completely aware of yourself, and you can think if you like. That is the state called Nirvichar Chetna. This is the state of complete silence, and it is said that this is where the growth of awareness takes place. Now, the question, we were just not talking about awareness till now and growth and all of that. Why has this come up? So this has come up because it's a logical thing to mention here. We have come up until this human stage and awareness after years and years of evolutionary process, right from unicellular amoeba to fishes and animals and so many yonis, it is said. After that, final evolution has happened into this human stage. Even as humans, we have evolved a lot. The evolution after coming into the human stage has happened in our awareness. We have grown aware to so many things. We have developed so much with science, art, and as a collective, we know what is right, what is wrong. So many things have come up in our awareness. Now, the last leg of our evolution is still left. We say that, you know, human beings are the epitome of God's creation. It is easily understandable. We can do so much more than animals or any other being or anything that has been made. We are given this freedom and ability to do whatever we like. But truly, if one thinks about it, there are so many bad things happening in this world. And one questions that, is this what God intended? Is this what He made us for? Is this it? And the answer to that is no. There is one more last leg of evolution still left, one more breakthrough. Achieving that gives us the true self, and with that, we become the higher self. Whatever we are searching for, that gets satisfied with that achievement. And that growth of awareness is self realization, Atma Sakshatkar, whatever name you may call it by. That happens and gives us the final breakthrough, which makes all of this great happening possible inside us. So, understood. Meditation is required. Self realization is the way for us to grow and become the higher self. And that is how we can get over our problems. But why Sahaj Yoga? Sahaj is a word in Sanskrit that means simple. It also means spontaneous. Saha means with, Ja means spawn, something so innate that it happens on its own. The word yoga means the union with the divine, union of ourself, the spirit, with Atma, with Paramatma. That is the meaning of yoga, and that should be practiced in the name of yoga. We do many things thinking in life that this is yoga. Asanas have become most commonly referred to as yoga, but asanas, as described by Patanjali in his Ashtanga Yogas, he defined 8 parts to yoga, which you have to do to cleanse yourself, to bring yourself into complete discipline and all of that. 1/8 had one part as asana, which we took up as because that's the physical aspect and probably that's the easiest one. But the first thing that needs to be done is actually Ishwar Pranidhan, the establishment of God. So, asana, and other things that we think of as yoga are not actually yoga. They might help us out in physically or keeping ourselves in some balance or something like that. Yoga means the union with the divine. That is what it is. So Sahaj Yoga, something that happens on its own, spontaneous, unbelievable. That something like this happens on its own, because what we have heard of is great penances and great tapasya for ages together. We have heard of Rishi Munis and such doing tapasya for lives together and then getting something like this. And that has been the old tradition actually. It was a very, very hard way. The way Shree Mataji describes is that the tree of life, first one or two flowers come. But then there comes a time when there's blossom time. And many have to become fruits now, in fact. So that is how today's time is. Today's time is described as Ghor Kalyug, and the worst of times that the world has not seen before. And in these modern times, people are really so bothered and so frustrated and stressed out, as we saw. Everything is about, it's become very superficial, and nothing is giving them joy and happiness. And it seems that you try to achieve something. If I achieve this, I'll become happy. I'll get a job of this much package, I'll be happy, and have family and my own home, and I'll be happy. And we go on achieving and trying to achieve, and it's become faster. You can achieve more and more, much faster. And then you realize that, oh, this does not give me the happiness. This does not give me the joy that I was looking for. And suddenly, more and more people are searching for God. Shrimataji says that never in the history of humanity so many people were searching for the divine. It is something that is unforeseen, is never happened before. And it's something that, in fact, has been promised. Only because of this great confusion, there is such a search for God. And when there's such a dire need and search, only then do we get it. It's described in many of our past scriptures, and one great book called Bhrigu Samhita, written by the father of astrology, Bhrigu Muni. He said that a time will come when people living in their households will get their self-realization. And the time is translated into modern years as 1970, he said, and described a beautiful time afterwards where so many will get it. There's a in every scripture actually, a resurrection time is described in Quran. Christ said, "I'll send you a redeemer," and He has promised of a future. People will get to their higher self, and in our scriptures, of course, there's many, many. There's a Nal Damayanti Akhyan, very beautifully written about a king, Nal, and his wife Damayanti, who were separated by Kali. And he got hold of Kali and he said that I'll destroy you because you're so evil. When your time comes, people will suffer so much. And he said, go ahead, O great king, but first listen to my importance. When my time will come, people living in hills and dales and forests searching for God will be born as household people and will get their self realization as households. Listening to this, the great king left him alone. Such things have been promised all throughout. And we can understand that this is definitely the time, because if it doesn't happen now, we do not know where humanity will go to from here. So that is how Sahaj Yoga is a great discovery and boon to the world, where something so amazing happens to us without any physical effort, and you can feel it, you can get the experience and know for sure that this has happened to you. You become knowledgeable yourself, you don't need a separate guru. You know what is wrong with you, you can see yourself properly, you can see others, and you can help others as well. It is truly so remarkable and amazing that one becomes astounded to believe that something like this can happen. But just imagine if you go to a remote island which has not yet seen technology, and you show them this mobile phone that, this can do all of this stuff they will not believe you. They will say you're mad. Similarly, we are also built in. We are built in absolutely amazingly by the divine, and everything is inside us. We just need to put the connection, and once it starts, there's no stopping it. It is all up to us. We become our own masters, and we can do and take this ahead as much as we want. All the knowledge of the world is freely available to us, and it's about how much we take to it. So, just briefly, I am sure we have all of us seen this image by now, but what we'll do is just spend 2-3 minutes here to understand before we go into meditation. When we were in our mother's womb, the energy that created us entered from the top of our head here, fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone when we were kids. If you have seen newborn babies, it's a very, very soft spot and it even pulsates at times. That's because this is the place where this energy enters from. And it refracts into three parts. Our brain, being a prism entity, the power refracts, the one coming from the right goes to the left, which is shown here in the blue color. It is called as the Ida Nadi, the moon channel. This channel takes care on the physical side, our sympathetic nervous system on the left hand side. This channel is also responsible for all of our desires and all of our emotions and all of our past stored here. Similarly, the power coming from the left goes to the right, which is shown in yellow color here. This is the channel which takes care, called as Pingla Nadi, takes care of our physical self in terms of the sympathetic on the right hand side and is responsible for our future. It's called as the sun channel. All our actions, physical, mental, we do from this channel. These two are the left and right, the past and future is where we are all the time and are imbalanced in one or the other. The one in the center is the channel of our present, is the channel of, that is the path for power. And you see these flower-like things, these are the chakras inside. So these 3 and 7 are the main chakras and nadis inside us. There are many more. But you see that after all of this creation, the power comes down and it settles almost at the end of our spine. It is mentioned here as pure energy. When it comes and settles, it makes coils, naturally. It makes 3.5 coils. And coils in Sanskrit is kundal. This being our mother energy, she is called as kundalini. Why our mother energy? Because she is our individual mother. She knows each and everything about us. She's been with us all of our lives. And our only goal and aim is to give us our second birth, our rebirth. Very interestingly, in Sanskrit, uh, a realized soul is called as Dvijaha, means twice born. And a bird is also called as Dvijaha, means twice born. Because a bird first sees the world as the egg. It's inside the egg. When it breaks through, it really sees for what the world really is. It's really as miraculous as that because a completely new dimension opens up to us, which has not yet been known through our senses. We know it for sure, like we know something is hot and cold. Now, this energy comes and settles down, awakening of this energy and piercing through this fontanelle bone area again gives us our self realization. What happens with that piercing is that, by the way, this is called as our Brahmarandra, means the whole to meet the Brahma, the divine. We say that God is all around us. Every molecule in an atom, kan kan mein Bhagwan, every molecule in an atom has God inside. We have never known it for sure. We may have felt it, maybe know in our hearts, but to be 100% sure and say that yes, it is so, we have not been able to do that. So we start feeling that power for the first time because it is truly all around and starts flowing through us. When that power flows through us, we feel it on our hands because the light comes on the physical aspect also. And on the physical aspect, it's the nervous system that gets manifested, and the end points are our fingertips and our hand palms. So this is where we feel that power. It is called as Param Chaitanya. You can call it vibrations. and we feel it as a cool breeze flowing on our hands. Now, this cool breeze, very interestingly, was described by Adi Shankaracharya, the first Shankaracharya. He wrote a book called Saundarya Lahari, means beautiful vibrations. And he says that when Mother's grace dawns upon us, we feel Salilam Salilam Chaitanya. That means cool, cool vibrations. In Bible, it is said that when Holy Ghost will come, you'll feel the cool breeze. Of course, they're not aware what is Holy Ghost. In Quran, it is said that when Qiyamah's time will come, that means the resurrection time, your hands will speak and will give witness against you. It is a most interesting statement because how can hands speak? So this is how it will happen because you see that the chakras are represented here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on both sides because the channels distribute the chakra into three parts, left, right, center. And there are many reasons why a chakra may not be okay. Physical reasons, emotional, mental, familial, you go on and on because it governs all aspects of our lives. And whatever reason that may not be okay, the Kundalini helps that chakra. When it works on that chakra, you feel a little maybe heat or tingling or itching sort of burning sort of sensation, very little bit on that particular. For example, if this chakra is, I'm feeling this, then this is the Vishuddhi chakra. So there could be n number of reasons. One could be that you feel guilty a lot for no reason at all. So this chakra gets caught up. Many reasons for a chakra to be caught up, by the way. So this is how you first know, get your self-realization. You know these vibrations flowing on your hands. You know which side you're imbalanced on, which chakras are not okay. And then there are ways and methods to help ourselves, to help these chakras and nadis and put yourself all right. As a byproduct of this Kundalini awakening and clearing our chakras, many a times people get their diseases also cured in Sahaja. But that is not the prime objective of us talking about this. The prime objective is getting realization. Then God takes over and whatever He sees fit, He does. So that is how this amazing thing happens. And once we start feeling the vibrations, we can use it to find out if the person standing in front of me is he really a divine person or is he a crook? For example, today, even if God, whomever we worship, comes and stands in front of us, how will we know that it is Him? We don't know. We cannot know. We can know only with these eyes that we get now. These are the vibrations. Because if there's a divine person, you'll feel cool vibrations flowing from them to you. If it's a horrible person, you might get a lot of heat coming out, unpleasant vibrations. So that is how you differentiate and figure out. Then, whether you should do something or not, you can ask. This great knowledge comes to you. Then you can give this great knowledge to others as well. Because once an enlightened candle, it can enlighten many candles. This is all that there is. There is immense knowledge in Sahaja Yoga because you go deep about everything, and there's just so much that Shree Mataji has talked about in hundreds of lectures all across the world. She traveled and gave lectures in Hindi, English, and Marathi languages. Now, Sahaja Yoga is practiced in about 150 countries, and it is free of cost. It is only told like now I'm telling to you, you go and tell to others once you figure out and understand what it truly is. The key is that it's not a magic wand. Some great thing is going to happen to you today. You're going to get your self realization and experience this for the first time. But it needs to be established and practiced daily at home, 5-10 minutes in the morning and in the evening. And that needs to be maintained and you grow into it. You learn more and more with experience. With these vibrations, you can experience and experiment with everything. And you know for sure once you do more and more that, yes, this is the truth. This is really the fact. Let's now go into meditation and get this self-realization experience. Post that if you have any questions, you can ask by joining the Zoom link or leaving them on the YouTube chat. First of all, we'll see the steps that we are going to do. These are simple steps that we do to help ourselves. First of all, to balance ourselves, and then to help some of our chakras. So, first of all, if you're sitting on the ground, you can sit cross-legged. If you're sitting on a sofa or chair, Please put both your feet apart on the ground. That's quite important. We'll open our hands and keep them in our lap as it is shown here. And we'll sit straight, not very straight, not slouching, just in a balanced posture. If there's anything tight on your body, you can take it out, loosen it, take out your spectacles because we'll close our eyes in meditation. Right now, we are just seeing the steps. Later on, we'll do them with our eyes closed. You can see the steps and do right now. Later on, we'll do them with our eyes closed. We're made out of the 5 elements and we use them quite a lot in Sahaja Yoga to help us out, to cleanse ourselves, balance ourselves. First step, we'll put the right hand on the Mother Earth and the left hand open in our lap as it is shown here. This is the first step. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap. The next step, we'll put our left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky and right hand in our lap. Right hand in our lap, left hand towards the sky like this. The next step, we'll put both of our hands on the Mother Earth. So these are all the steps for balancing ourselves. The next step, we'll put our right hand on our heart. Right hand on our heart and press it here. Left hand would remain open in our lap and right hand is to be placed on our heart. We'll of course have some prayers going on during these. Then the right hand is to be placed on our forehead and press from both sides like we would in a headache and bend our head forward a little. Next, we have to push back our fingers completely and place the center of our palm at the top of our head here and press the palm on the fontanelle bone here. While pressing, you have to move the hand in a clockwise direction so that the scalp also moves along. Move the hand in a clockwise direction so that the scalp also moves along with it and bend our head forward again. Later on, we'll check the vibrations coming out of our head and touching our palm just a few inches above our head. We'll do this with both of our hands. And in the last step, we'll put the hands completely up towards the sky, open palms towards the sky, and push back our head. These are all the steps to be done. Now, one may question that, is it enough to get something so great? Is this really it? So the answer to that is no. This is not enough. I always use this example because this makes the most sense. Shivaji Maharaj the Great once asked his guru, Ramdas Swami, who was a great realized soul, that, "Oh Guru, how long does it take for one to get their self-realization?" Ramdas Swami answered by saying, "The time you take to put one leg from one side of the horse to the other side." He was the king, he was very fast. So it meant that shan, that very second, he said. But you need someone who can give it and someone who can take it. Without that, this does not happen. Shree Mataji Nirmala Devi is someone who can give it to us. We just have to accept this hypothesis for now. Her photograph is very special and it emanates those vibrations that makes this great happening possible inside us. We just have to become the ones who can take it. We'll leave all our thoughts and questions and doubts aside for a while. Because let us say this is so, it is the greatest and the highest, then we must not miss out on this chance because of these doubts and questions. We'll look at Shree Mataji's photograph with utmost respect and close our eyes slowly. Just see inside what is happening right now. You just have to have one thought that I want to get my self realization, nothing else. That is the only desire I have. Now we'll do the steps that we had seen. We'll place our right hand on the Mother Earth and keep the left hand open in our lap as it is. Right hand on the Mother Earth, left hand open in our lap as it is. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please take out all the imbalances and impurities of my left channel through the Mother Earth. We'll also bring our attention to our left palm and see what is happening here right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my left channel through the Mother Earth. Now I'll bring the right hand back into our lap and put the left hand bent from the elbow towards the sky. Right hand in our lap, left hand bent from the elbow, put towards the sky. Here we have to pray, Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. You can also see on our palms, both of them, what is happening right now. Mother, please take out all the impurities and imbalances of my right channel through the ether element. Now I'll place both the hands on the Mother Earth. Mother, whatever imbalances and impurities are still left in my left and right channels, please take them out through the Mother Earth. We'll pray, Mother, please take out all the imbalances of my left and right channel through the Mother Earth. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. Mother, please bring me into complete balance, into the center, into the present. Can bring our hands back into our lap. Now, the next steps would all be done only with our right hand. Left hand open in our lap as it is. Right hand is to be placed on our heart. Right hand pressed on our heart so that we feel the heartbeat. Left hand open in our lap. Here we have to assert a great truth. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit, which is the truth. Because in reality, this mind, this body, these thoughts, this personality, whatever we think of ourselves, all of this is very, very momentary and fleeting. The only eternal thing is the spirit inside all of us. So we have to say with full confidence that, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am nothing else but the pure spirit. Now, as I am the pure spirit, I am not guilty at all. We feel guilty about nothing at all the time. It is very harmful for our realization and experiencing the vibrations. We do not feel the vibrations if we feel guilty. So we have to say with full confidence, because God Almighty is the ocean of love and forgiveness, and He can dissolve all of this guilt. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Mother, I am not guilty at all. Now we'll raise this right hand to our forehead and press it across from both the sides, like we would in a headache. Right hand on the forehead, left hand open in a lap. Right hand pressing the forehead from both the sides, like in a headache, and bend our head forward. Here, we have to forgive everyone without remembering anybody's name, without remembering anything in particular. We have to give a general blanket forgiveness and say, Mother, I forgive everyone, and really do that. Mother, I forgive everyone. I forgive myself too. Oh God, knowingly or unknowingly, if I made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. Oh God, knowingly or unknowingly, if I made any mistakes against you, please forgive me. Then bring your right hand back into your lap to rest it a little bit if it is tired. In the next step, we'll place the right hand at the top of our head. Push back our fingers completely. The center of the palm, pressing our fontanelle bone area, which was a soft bone when we were little kids, and press the palm completely. While pressing, move it in a clockwise direction so that the scalp moves along. And we'll keep doing this for a while till we pray. Also, we'll bend our head forward. Here, we have to very humbly ask for our self realization. Without us asking and requesting for it, we cannot get it. So we'll keep moving the hand as we discussed, and we will pray that, Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my self realization. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my Atma Sakshatkar. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me my yoga, my union with the divine. Mother, please give me my self realization. You can stop moving the hand and bring your hand back into your lap. Keep your attention where the hand was just now, and for a few seconds, we'll sit in meditation now. We can raise our hands a little bit just above in our lap, just a few inches above, up to our heart level. And bring our attention to both of our palms. See if there's a cool breeze coming out of one hand or both the hands. Could also be hot. Also at the tips of our fingers, see if there's a one or the other finger, if there's a burning or itching sensation or like an ant crawling. These are our chakras being worked upon right now. Now bring your right hand once again to the top of your head where you're pressed and raise it just a few inches above the fontanelle bone area. Move the hand back and forth. From a particular place, you'll feel a cool breeze coming out of your head and touching your palm. You can move the hand back and forth and see. Bring the right hand back into your lap and see the same thing with your left hand. The left hand just a few inches above your head. Move it back and forth. See if there's a cool breeze or a hot breeze coming out of your head and touching your palm. You just have to watch. Now bring both of your hands completely up. Put your hands completely up towards the sky, elbows straight, and open up your palms and push back your head. The last step here, we have to ask one of these three questions 3 times. Oh God, is this Param Chaitanya, Brahma Chaitanya? Is this the divine power of love of God that does everything? Is this the divine energy, the cosmic energy? Any question you can ask 3 times. You can bring your hands back into your lap. And once again, for a few seconds, we'll sit in meditation with our attention at the top of our head. And answer to the questions just asked, the vibrations would have improved on your hands by now. We'll again raise our hands a little bit up to our heart level. See the vibrations here. You can see that there are no thoughts right now. Slowly open our eyes and look at Shree Mataji's photograph. You'll realize that even with our eyes open, there are no thoughts. You can bring both of your hands together in a namaskar and thank Shree Mataji and our Kundalini Mother inside for this blissful experience. For those of us who have just joined, I would request you to continue attending these sessions for a while, as sometimes it takes a while to really understand what we're talking about, and also for this experience to settle in, and for us to understand these vibrations, etc. Must give it some time. Today it's like the seed has sprouted, it must become the tree and should not go to waste. You have to give it water and sunlight in the form of daily meditation. Only 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and in the evening. How to do that? You can learn by joining the WhatsApp group. The link to the WhatsApp group is given in the YouTube chat. Also, one must go to centers nearby every week There are centers in almost all the cities of our country and many other countries. The list of these centers can be found out by the link given in the YouTube chat again. All these centers are again free of cost. There are no charges in Sahaj Yoga for anything. Also, you can attend our sessions, which are there thrice a day, one in the morning at 8 a.m., one in the afternoon at 4:15, and one in the evening at 7:45 p.m. All these sessions are geared towards telling you more and more about Sahaj Yoga. Each day there might be new stuff that you may learn. One more session is at 5:30 p.m. for seekers who have now understood the basics and vibrations and now want to go deeper into meditation. There are some other links given here. One is of Shree Mataji's lectures for new seekers. It's a YouTube channel. You can watch them and learn more and more. Also, there are short videos available on the YouTube channel itself, which you can see and learn more about many things that we must do to cleanse ourselves, protect ourselves in Sahaja. As there are no questions right now, we'll end the session here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Shree Mataji. Jai Shri Mataji.